Hi, this is Dean Earl, and this is my 15-minute interview. So, a little bit about myself and my art. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. Lived in many places, whether it be Las Vegas or Middle East to Europe a little bit. But initially growing up, I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. I always was into different forms of art, whether it be dancing, music, or just artistic expression in general. I've always had that itch for those things, but not necessarily doing art as far as paintings. That's something I picked up in the last, I guess, is going on 2 years now. It's kind of like a pandemic uh, baby birthed my artistic, uh, I guess the will to actually do art. Because before that, I never actually thought I could draw. I actually am not the best drawer, but my digital art, I'm in love with the process. So that's really cool. My art tends to be um, comprised of a lot of bright colors, very easy flowing, almost childlike expressions, and that's how I like to keep it. Just you know, invoke very powerful, joyful emotions through my work. Yeah. Yeah, so a little bit about my method. Most people are surprised when they hear that I use exclusively Microsoft Paint and just a little bit of acrylic to create my artwork. I create all my work within Paint, which is somewhat of a collage mixed with square lines, just like simple square and horizontal and vertical lines to create characters, to then place these characters within the painting to then create the overall piece itself. So it's really a neat process, I think, and I really enjoy it, and I think it's very unique to the space and my style in general. So a little bit about my project for the Belgrade Art Studio online residency. I decided to take an approach in which let's just say that the theme of the residency was artists on standby. It was essentially how artists were affected during the pandemic and what were their processes and how did they feel and how did their feelings with the pandemic and being isolated uh, uh, relay into their different artwork and pieces and what they were doing at that time period. Um, but so within my work for the project, I decided to just imagine places in the world that were unaffected by the pandemic. Most people uh, don't stop and realize that there are actually plenty of places, whether it be like, you know, small villages within the Amazon rainforest or secluded islands away from people, where these people, never even had a chance, never even, luckily, never knew that COVID was even a thing. So, like, just, stepping out of our own reality for a second, I thought it would be a great place to imagine a place like that and to paint that the serenity and joy of these people just living their everyday lives, um, carefree while the outside world is in panic. So that's really what I focused on in this residency, and essentially I tried to paint that that image or that vision, in the work that I created. So yeah, I mean, just first and foremost, I'm very grateful for being a part of this online residency with Belgrade Art Studio. It's a really great opportunity, and I'm enjoying everyone involved, whether it be Bax and the other artists that I collaborated with or just communicated with over the last going on 4 weeks. Um, it's for me, it's my first online residency, and I found it to be very enjoyable. And I think I would definitely be doing a lot more in the future. And yeah, I'm just super excited to work with everyone and see everyone's project and talk about and just learn and enjoy enjoy the process. Future plans. As far as my future plans, I really want to focus on my art and my technique, as well as artistry is in form of business. Um, I've always been business oriented as well, and I think it's key. I don't think it's the most important, but I think it's key uh, to also focus on business aspect of your art and getting it out there to the world. So creating a detailed and structured plan for how I want to present my art in the world, and making sure that I work hard to not only create beautiful pieces, but to make sure that people actually get to experience them. Um, so I think that is for my future in terms of art is what I like to focus on. Personally, just being healthy, living life, and meeting people. I love to travel. I love to meet people, and I love to get inspiration that I can then use to fuel my artwork. I think traveling is very impactful. I would definitely suggest for anyone who hasn't traveled to many places to definitely, if you get the opportunity to check out different cultures, different people, every experience changes who you are and influences your art, and hopefully, most cases, for the best. So definitely, thanks again. This is Dean Earl, and this has been my 15-minute interview for the Belgrade Art Studio Online Residency. Hope to see you guys soon. Thanks.